The moment we stepped into the hangar, my son clung to my sleeve like he was afraid the floor might disappear. The air smelled of cold steel and machines that had been pushed too hard for too long. Soldiers stood in perfect formation, waiting for the returning unit to disembark. But something about the scene felt wrong, like order covering chaos. My son tugged at me, his voice barely a breath. "Dad, don't." I stopped immediately. His hand trembled, and before I could turn to see what had rattled him, he covered my eyes with his small palms. "Please don't look behind us." He wasn't frightened, he was shattered. A kind of broken no child should ever understand. My chest tightened. My wife was supposed to be somewhere in that line, scanning the crowd for us, smiling through exhaustion like she always did. But my son's grip told me she wasn't searching for us at all. I moved his hand aside and forced myself to look. She was there, but her attention wasn't on her family. She stood too close to another man in uniform, close enough that their silence said more than words could. They weren't touching, but the space between them was full of something I wasn't meant to see. His gaze kept falling to her hand, to the ring she twisted nervously as if she was trying to decide whether to slide it off. A dull, painful clarity spread through me. I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but the truth had already settled in my stomach like lead. My son pressed closer. He must have noticed long before I did. Children pick up what adults refuse to recognize. I didn't confront her. I didn't shout. I just stood there and watched the fragile moment stretch thin, ready to snap. Later at home, I moved carefully, keeping my voice steady. She unpacked while I checked her phone. Not the messages. Those were scrubbed spotless. But the things people forget to erase. Cloud backups. Call times. Photos hidden in odd folders. A picture from a tent somewhere overseas, 2 mugs, and a man's hand half caught in the corner. Late night calls disguised as unit updates. Patterns that fit together too neatly. I said nothing. I ordered a DNA test for my son under the excuse of a school requirement. I went through deployment schedules, duty rosters, leave slips, every detail lined up in ways that were too convenient to be accidents. When she kissed my cheek goodnight, I felt nothing except certainty. Days passed, then the results arrived. My hands were steady as I opened the envelope. My son was mine. The rest wasn't. She came home that afternoon as though life were perfectly ordinary. I pushed the envelope toward her. No accusations. No dramatic speeches. She read it and nearly collapsed, not because she was shocked, but because she realized her hiding places were gone. Her face twisted, not with guilt, but with fear. Fear of losing the control she thought she still held. I remained calm, the quietest I'd ever been. I told her I had known for weeks, that every lie she thought she told had only confirmed what I already understood. She reached out for me, desperate, but I stepped away. I told her she could cling to whatever story she wanted. I didn't need to hear it. I explained that I'd already requested a transfer closer to my son's school. Custody paperwork was ready. Every part of her plan had unraveled without her noticing. She didn't explode. She simply folded into herself. Quietly, the way someone breaks when the game is over and the outcome is final. I walked out without turning back. Outside, the air felt sharp and clean. My son sat in the car, swinging his feet, unaware of the battle that had just ended. I got in beside him and started the engine. Something inside me settled. Not joy, not triumph. Just a steady acceptance. I hadn't won or lost. I had just taken back my life. As we drove off, I caught my reflection in the mirror. For the first time in years, I didn't see a man guessing. I saw a man who finally understood. And that was enough.